Hi, it's Brian Newman with the Spotlight of Business Owner Show, and today we're thrilled to have Ashley Sophia. Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Good. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, good, good. Yeah, so she's with Adenis Photography, and she's been doing this for quite a while, has a great business that we want you to learn about. So before we get in there and learn about your photography business, can you let people know how did you get into that type of business?
So basically, I started off making jewelry initially, and then I wanted to sell them because I wanted my own store. So I created my store, but I needed to upload my photos of my items, and I was thinking maybe I probably need to hire a professional photographer. And it I went through that process, did the photo shoot, and then I realized something like I could totally do this. So I it's like if I want to expand my inventory, I need to be able to take a lot of photos because it was just like for a few photos it was like, well, it was a good price, but still I'm like I don't really want to pay that honestly, like every time. So I bought a camera and I started practicing, and then I fell in love with the process of photoshopping because that was something that the photographer said that they really couldn't do too much, is to like manipulate things, like remove stuff
Oh,
in the background. And so that's part of the motivator. So I ended up doing that and I just went a little crazy, and that's why I specialize in like fantasy edits initially, because it and I'm actually in a few art galleries because of that,
oh,
because
wow.
it just ended up being super fun. And now I even teach Photoshop at the Gallery of the Art Gods Art Institute.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. No, so I know that, it's got to be very competitive, with the people's ability, to utilize, their cell phones and all that, but you've always got to be a step ahead. What makes your photography different than the others?
So for my photography, pretty much I could Photoshop anything, but at the same time, I am a model. So I've been modeling for 3 years now. So I can show you the tips and tricks in order to get a better delivery of your photos. Because sometimes, like, if even especially in professional photography, how many times have you gone like do a photo shoot with your family and you're just like kind of awkwardly trying to pose, and then that's what it delivers as in the photos? Well, for me, I show you exactly how to pose so that you get the most flattering look, and the camera captures it well, because the camera is basically trying its best to capture how you look, but at the same time you have to be cognizant of the different angles and the different skewing that technology does when you it's taking a photo of you. So you have to remember, like, towards lighting, always face the lighting, and many other tricks.
Yeah, no, I know. Even I read your post. I put a picture of you that you were going to be on the show, and I guess it was an older picture. I didn't realize that, but I know you chimed in and you said that you were making tips about like how to stand, what pose to do to get the best reaction. Or can you elaborate a little bit on that? And
Oh
I know
yes.
you teach
So
that, don't you? You teach people
yeah.
how to, yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, let our audience know about those tips and tricks, to looking good.
Yeah, so that photo was actually in my earlier model days in 2019 when my hair was a lot shorter
Oh,
and also was dyed, although I'm getting more blonde back. But yeah, it was an old photo when I started modeling. And something that I did was, instead of, I was like kind of more relaxed like this, and then my head was like at an angle, just like what I said earlier. It was facing away from the light. So that's why you see that big overcast on my face, because I wasn't cognizant of that at the time. And then
oh
with my
wow.
arms, like if you see if it's back, if you pivot your shoulder, just like I said in the post a little bit, it slims it down and it tones your muscles a little bit more. So it delivers a more flattering look versus it like smushed like this. Like it it has a weird shape to it, like an upside down triangle. So those
Oh,
are some
wow.
of the tricks, as well as posturing. Like I was a little slouched in that one, but if you posture yourself, it elongates your neck, especially like if you have a double chin that you don't want, you are able to elongate that and make that disappear because it'll hide under the shadow versus like here, I mean, I don't have one, but it's
You're
like
lucky. You're
there.
lucky. Oh, wow. No, I mean, your wealth of knowledge. I mean, so anyone that does photos sessions with you, do you instruct them on how to stand right and, you give,
Yep, and I also tell them exactly why I'm telling them to adjust it so that they'll in the future, like in their selfies or in their photos with their friends and family, they know how to pose so that they don't have to say, "No, take that photo again," because how I get that all the time.
oh, wow. Wow. No, I understand. I know when I do a photo like with my brother, he always like has to edit it, and like, oh yeah, delete that one, delete that. No, and it's true. I mean, there is a way to like even the lighting on Zoom, there's a trick to it so that you look good, for the camera. But yeah, Ashley, can you let people know who is your ideal client? Do you like just do like self-portraits, like of individuals? Do you film events? Uh, if you could let people know, do you do landscaping stuff, food products, or what?
So I am currently mainly doing individuals because I my so far recently I've been doing a lot of business owners, including the ones at 101 Referral Network.
Oh, wow.
So business owners are my recent main things, like, and also some artists that want to promote their albums and they need a picture for it. That
Oh,
also
cool.
works, like local artists. And there's also families once in a while. I still have some families occasionally hit me up that I had originally from like back in 2018. And I also do events. So the next event I'm actually shooting is yours. It's going to be on Thursday next week. So I'll see you there.
Oh, great. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's a blue martini from 5 till 8. Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. Thank you. I know you filmed actually several of my past events, and love what you do. Yeah, keep up the good work. Speaking of events, do you have any unusual events coming up yourself?
Yeah. So, uh, for actually relevant to this, I am having an my work that is like Photoshop based is going to be featured in an art gallery in Las Vegas in December. So
Oh, wow.
it's opening and it's opening then. They didn't tell me the exact date, but my art will be circulated there.
Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, no, let us know when it is, and I can share out the event. That sounds cool. Do you do that often? You have like different like showings?
I try to make it off, and that's the goal. But basically, I get offers to because I try to improve my SEO in order for my work to be seen more online. And sometimes people find me, and like sometimes through networking too. Like I was at like a previous networking event like last year and I met a person that introduced me to an artist that owns a company that in the industry. So that's how I was hired to do art for him, and that's how I ended up in an art gallery. So
Oh, wow.
it's kind of like an expansion.
Oh, that is so cool. No, really, again, I want to remind our viewers that we're interviewing Ashley Sophia. Ashley has her own photography business. And what's the best way for them to get in touch with you, to sign up with you, to read more about you?
So you could either Google me at Adenis Photography, just put that in the Google box, and then you should see my website, which is a Wix site. And you could also type it in on Google Maps, and then it'll pull up all my information in the box and my service area. So if you're in the Phoenix area, you know exactly where I service, which is pretty much the whole area.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. No, so again, you have a photography business. Do you have a whole team of people that help you? I know I've seen like some people that have shot some events of mine, they bring in like, someone here and there to help them, and then back in the editing phase, they have people, or do you do it all yourself?
I do it all myself. There was one time when I was starting off that I did have my best friend be my assistant, just holding my stuff and kind of pointing the camera sometimes. So yeah, that I'm usually by myself. So it's all me.
Oh, okay, okay. No, that's cool. And then what's the turnaround time like for your photos?
So it depends on what kind of package that you wanted. So for individuals, like quick sessions, same day usually, or the next day, depending on if I have plans that night or after that and bookings. For the 1 hour session, it's usually 1 to 3 days is a reasonable time. For the 2 hour to 3 hour sessions, depending on how many photos we take, it's like usually give me up to a week. I try to get it done within 2 days generally, but sometimes that's not possible. So that's about the time frame estimates. And for events, it depends on how many photos I take, because like there's been times where I've taken like 300 photos. So,
Oh,
and a lot
wow.
of them like looked like there was enough variation, so I went ahead and edited all of them. So it depends for that, because like sometimes it might be like super quick, sometimes it might be a month. It just depends on how big the photo set is and how good or like how you want the photos to be done. Like if you want everyone's like face perfect, that's gonna take a
Oh,
while.
oh,
But if it's like just super simple, it's just like a week turnaround. Just like with you, I've always delivered like pretty much like a week.
oh yeah. No, I'm telling you, I love what you do. Keep up the good work. Do you do any like videotaping or anything like in videography at all?
I'm trying to learn videography. It's kind of funny because like I met Lindsay from your group, and we both thought that the other was harder. She thought photography was harder. I thought videography was harder.
Oh,
So there are
wow.
two different things, but I am eventually going to learn videography.
Oh, okay. All right. No, so again, if you could remind our viewers, what's the best way to get in touch with you and to book a session with you?
So basically, text my number at 702-203-7186, and I will like just make sure to say that you saw me at 101 Referral Network, and I'll know that you're not a random scammer, because I've been getting a lot of those kind of messages and calls,
Oh,
especially during elections. So just shoot me a text message with your name and saying that you found me through 101 Referral Network, and I will recognize that it's a real person.
oh, okay. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being on here. Yeah, it's great to see you again.
Great to see you again too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.